Jewish organizations write false articles about us, claiming we're a hate group, saying we're a terrorist group. We haven't lit up a goddamn thing. I can't say the same about Muslims, right? We haven't flown any planes into buildings. I can't say the same about Muslims. We don't kill hundreds of thousands of people. I can't say the same about you Christians in Russia, murdering your brothers, the so-called Ukrainians. Back on subject. Sodom and Gomorrah was one of the first examples that God made of the gay community. We're going to read about one of the first gay communities in humanity, Sodom and Gomorrah. To a goddamn crisp. Has a damn barbecue with the gay community. That's what God did in the Bible. God did. Okay, DJ Khaled. God did. God destroyed the LGBTQ community before, and he's going to do it again, man. Read Genesis chapter 19 and verse 4.
But before they laid down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom.
Even the men of Sodom. So these two men who were actually angels came to Sodom to chill with Lot. They wanted to destroy the city. Why? Because the city was full of LGBTQ practices. And this is what the rainbow flags folks hate to have brought out. Sodom and Gomorrah. This is why they try and come against the Bible. And this is why they say that the I.S.U.P.K, this group that you see speaking before you, that's why they say we're a hate group. That's why Jewish organizations write false articles about us, claiming we're a hate group, saying we're a terrorist group. We haven't lit up a goddamn thing. I can't say the same about Muslims, right? We haven't flown any planes into buildings. I can't say the same about Muslims. We don't kill hundreds of thousands of people. I can't say the same about you Christians in Russia, murdering your brothers, the so-called Ukrainians. Back on subject. Sodom and Gomorrah was one of the first examples that God made of the gay community. We're going to read about one of the first gay communities in humanity, Sodom and Gomorrah. The men of the city pressed on this house when they saw two men go into this house. We're going to find out what these gay men wanted to do with these two men that came in, that were travelers. Did they want to knit and sew with them, Canada? Did they want to play charades and Connect Four? Read on.
Compass the house round, both old and young.
Both old and young. This old men and young men. What are they doing in Canada? They're trying to teach your children about alternative sexualities. You don't have the age of consent until you're what in Canada, 18 or so? But meanwhile, they're telling your children it's okay to cut your rod off if you're not feeling good, little Timmy. Give me a goddamn break, man. You let your kids learn that garbage if you want to. I was born a man, I'm going to be a goddamn man, man. Hey. If you were born a woman, you should be a goddamn woman. Give a damn what Canada says, man. Read on.
Both old and young.
Old and young. Why? Because the old men and the young men were indoctrinated into the ways of Sodom. Just like Canada's trying to do with the LGBTQ community. Trying to teach the old and young that, yeah, it's okay to let another man into your behind. It's okay for two women to engage in glorified masturbation with more plastic than China. Trump boys. More plastic than the plastic of China. Read on.
All the people from every quarter.
Everybody come past this house that two men just went into. Read on.
Verse 5. And they called unto Lot.
They called unto Lot. They were shouting for it. This is one of the first gay pride parades ever recorded. It's recorded in the Bible. The gay pride parade, there's a gay pride parade recorded in the Bible. Let's see what God thought about it. Read on.
And said unto him, where are the men which came into thee this night?
These gays, these ancient gays and homosexuals came to this house, and they said, where are these two men? Inflect a gay voice on. I'm not going to do it because I got too much cojones on me, but you get the point. Infuse a gay voice into that statement. Where are these two men's y'all got? They were sashaying around the house, sprinkling, and there were rainbows and sparkles around the goddamn house. They said, where are these two men's you have? Read on.
Where are the men which came into thee this night?
Came into thee this night. Read on.
Bring them out unto us.
They said what?
Bring them out unto us.
These men, these ancient LGBTQ men, these gay men, these fudge packers, okay, came to the house and said, bring out these two men. What did they want to do? What did these gays want to do with two men? Did they want to play charades, Canada, Toronto? Did they want to play Connect Four? Did they want to trade stocks and bonds? Did they want to invest in cryptocurrency? Let's find out what these gays wanted to do with these men that were in this house. Read.
that we may know them.
Bring them out that we may what?
Know them.
That we may know them. These men who were gay, were sodomites, they wanted to rape these two men who were from out of town who simply came to stay at somebody's house. That spirit is in the LGBTQ community. That's why they're so violently aggressive whenever you say anything about them. We get all kinds of hate. Do we not, Officer Knock? We get stopped at the goddamn border. They try and say we're a terrorist group. They say we're a hate group. We're not yelling and complaining and fighting people and getting on TV for people to accept us. We don't give a damn whether you accept us. You're going to hear what we have to say until the air leaves our goddamn lungs and we leave this planet. Because we are the prophets of God, man. But these men, these sodomites, want to bring these two men out to know them. The spirit in the LGBTQ community is the same spirit that's in a rapist. And many rapists are also LGBTQ members. Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, the Green River Killer. Who was that cat that was a clown? John Wayne Gacy. Go read about John Wayne Gacy. He was an avid, a staunch and proud LGBTQ member, man. And he was raping little boys in Iowa, eating them and all doing all that other garbage, man. It said he would have an orgasm when he would stab teenagers in the chest. That's your LGBTQ community. That's the truth about this disgusting and vile thing. And it's a disgusting and vile demon that they have on them. And many of them are the product of child molestation. That's how they multiply. A man and a woman multiply by having sex because it's natural. A gay and a lesbian have to multiply by adopting kids and by abusing them. And I'm not going to stand by and let it happen here any longer, man, because we're the prophets of God, and it is entrusted to us to tell you the truth. And that's the truth about the LGBTQ community, man. That's why most of the rest of the world isn't going with this garbage, man. Africa's not going with this gay garbage. Much of China's not going with this garbage. And that's why the Caucasian, the Edomite, so-called Europeans fighting around the globe. He wants to bring strip clubs and gay bars all across this planet Earth, and the other nations aren't having it. The Arabs aren't having it. The East Indians aren't having it. The North Koreans aren't having it. So he's going to have World War on his hands because he wants more damn gay bars across the planet Earth, man. The spirit in the LGBTQ community is also the spirit on many rapists, man. And listen, it's a simple fact. How are you as a man getting erect over making a woman suffer like that, man? No straight man, no real man wants to see a woman cry and all that. You as a man, you want a woman to be aroused, don't you not? To want you. What kind of a man hits a woman upside the head and goes and takes her behind a bush, man? Only a damn, you know what I want to say, a bundle of sticks does that. A deviant would do that, man. Many men in the LGBTQ community are straight up deviants. Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy, Jeffrey Dahmer, killing black kids down in the United States and eating them. Keeping black men's skulls in the goddamn freezer like you got DoorDash in your freezer, like you got leftovers, man. To hell with the LGBTQ community. Sex is had between a man and a woman, not between two women, and more plastic than the nation of China. Two lesbians got more plastic in their dresser than the whole nation of China, Trump boys, combined. It's a goddamn joke. It's fake. And we don't respect gay relationships back here in I.S.U.P.K. If you are a lesbian, you got a stud friend, you getting hit on, Officer Knock. You know how we do. We don't respect that because it's not a real damn relationship. Sex is had between a man and a woman. And the truth about the LGBTQ community is going to be brought out.